Kia ora, I'm David Chastain with 90 at 9, brought to you by interest.co.nz. This is where we get everything you need to know in 90 seconds at 9 o'clock with news we again need to keep an eye on an outbreak of respiratory illness in China that is rapidly filling hospitals there. But first, with both the US and Japan on holiday, data from other countries are getting a chance to shine through today. But holiday season retail sales are underway and observers around the world will be looking for the American demand impulse. Any weakness will echo worldwide. Strength will have similar echoes. Taiwanese retail sales came in 5.1% higher in October than a year ago, although the expansion was slightly less than in the prior month. And after a year of sharpish declines, Taiwan's industrial production is almost back to year-ago levels. It is up 20% from its low point in April. Taiwan's inflation is now running at 3%. And Singapore reported October inflation, and that rose at 4.7%, a sharpish and unexpected increase from the September 4.1%. It is being pushed up by transport and healthcare costs. And as expected, Indonesia kept its official interest rate benchmark at 6% overnight. Inflation there is low and running at only 2.6%. And the Swedes reviewed their official interest rates overnight, and they were expected to raise them by 25 basis points to 4.25% because inflation there is running at 6.5%. But they surprised markets and made no change. They also said that inflation is falling and inflationary pressures have eased. But they threaten more increases if that easing doesn't continue. And Turkey also reviewed rates overnight. In their case, they surprised with a much larger rate hike than expected, taking their official policy rate up by 500 basis points to 40%. They have inflation running at 61%. And we should perhaps note that the WHO is casting a wary eye on China over fast-spreading respiratory illnesses and reported clusters of pneumonia in children. China has 48 hours to respond to the WHO request for details. The main area of concern is in northern China. And the OECD said G20 merchandise trade contracted again in the third quarter of 2023 from a prior quarter, with exports 5.5% lower than a year ago, while the services trade growth appeared to flatten. So it'll be no surprise to learn that container freight rates fell a sharpish 6% last week, taking them back to near their October lows. Rates out of China were particularly hard hit. Bulk cargo rates are unchanged from a week ago, but that hides a rise and then a reversal in between. European bond yields have pushed higher overnight, and the US Treasury 10-year yield is up 2 basis points from yesterday, now at 4.45%. And the price of gold will start today at just on $1,991 an ounce, and up a mere $1 from yesterday. And oil prices have firmed back up $2 to be just over $76 a barrel in the US, while the international Brent price is now just under $81 a barrel. And the Kiwi dollar starts today at 60.7 US cents, unchanged from this time yesterday. Against the Aussie were softish at 92.2 Australian cents. Against the euro were also unchanged at 55.5 euro cents. That all means our trade-weighted index starts today still just on 69.6. Get more news about the New Zealand economy from interest.co.nz. Kia ora, I'm David Chastain, and we'll do this again